All right. After work, walking the dog, and I just can't help but think about IWC. That's I guess what watch enthusiasts think about, right? And walking through the alleys. Come here, Bubby. But got off work, walking the dog, and I can't help but think about IWC and how they're so close, but yet so far away. And I don't understand why we're at this point. And things seem to be incrementally better. And then there's just a limited release, or the sizes are so incompatible with the general population. It blows my mind. This is a brand that I'm extremely stoked on right now. I absolutely adore IWC, especially as a young professional. I mean, Rolex have made great watches, right? But I personally don't want to walk into sales situations dealing with more serious people, doctors, whatever, and have that perception of the Rolex on my wrist as someone sub 30 years old. I think IWC, not only with their quality and directly comparing them to Rolex like I did, I guess I can attach some pictures of that, but I'm so stoked on this brand. And I think for this age population, those of us that are gonna turn 30 and we're looking for that milestone watch that typically is a Rolex, right? They're just missing the mark in a way that, of course, we have the Mark 20, which is amazing, and that's frankly what I'm obsessed with right now. And I'm definitely probably gonna add a Mark 20 to my collection sooner rather than later. Actually kind of have a little, I guess not technically an homage, but a Laco on my wrist in a similar style to that blue Mark 20 that I absolutely adore. And I think they absolutely hit the nail on the head with that watch. But why can't we do that with some other offerings in their catalog? Offering a 41mm chronograph is amazing, but why can't we get an Aquatimer that's in a wearable case, like 41mm, just shave a millimeter off and just shave that thickness down a little bit, you know? I don't know. I mean, I think that could be an absolute smash hit, especially for the person that's looking for the alternative to that premium watch that doesn't want to go with a Submariner, is sort of not beyond, but they have their Tudors and things like that, their Omega, their usual suspects. It's one thing I failed to mention is also price, right? So we get what we want sometimes, but then the price is just exorbitant for what it is. And I'm not even gonna really consider resale price. I mean, resale price is always a consideration, I guess, for someone that likes to have watches and multiple watches with not an unlimited bank account. But I mean, when it comes to the models that they offer, like the Ingenor, I absolutely love the Ingenor. But for that price point, I mean, you're essentially taking a almost $15,000 bath on whatever model you buy. I mean, not literally, you're not gonna lose all of that money, but the value retention is just very poor. So it makes it harder to justify in a young professional's mind, why would I get an Ingenor? Even though I absolutely love that watch, I design-wise do put it up there with even a Nautilus, even a Royal Oak. Very cool, and obviously much more approachable. So that could be the argument right there is, I mean, you're getting a Genta inspired yada yada for a lower price point. I totally get it. But I mean, who's lining up to buy an Ingenor perpetual calendar when immediately off the top you're losing a substantial amount of money? You might actually lose that 15 grand we talked about, or I brought up. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Which, I mean, they got to start somewhere, right? So they can bring that value back up in people's minds, and I think this is the way to do it. Building brand equity with the population that wants their entry to a great watch, right? Someone that's looking at a Rolex, they're looking at, I mean, what else is out there? Fucking Breitling, fucking whatever at this point, Omega. Of course, they're all options in subjective world, but if they step it up with some more approachable offerings, for that young professional, similar to the Mark 20. I mean, you have that movement in the Mark 20. Why can we not just take an Aquatimer, which I'm a left-hander, I wear my watch on the right-hand side, so I actually really enjoy the Seamaster helium escape valve, a left-hand crown. I actually have a left-hand crown Pelagos, and I absolutely love that watch. So for someone like me, like, I would absolutely adore getting an Aquatimer in a more approachable size. I just don't get why it has to be so unrefined. So I mean, let's take probably my favorite aesthetic watch from IWC at this point in time is that big Pilot shock absorber, the AMG Patronus. I mean, I really like the AMG Patronus models. My favorite is probably the chronograph. I really think that's a beautiful watch and great use of the color. I quite like that color. But shock absorber, let's break it down. I mean, off the top of my head, I know it's limited to 100 pieces. It's on request, right? And it's an outstanding watch. I mean, what is it? Up to like 3,000 G's or something it can withstand, or 30,000. I can't even remember the exact metric, but it's a aesthetically such a beautiful offering where it's like, hey guys, can I just get that big Pilot case that you used for that? Kind of looks like an Aquatimer a little bit, in a 40 millimeter size with a 12 millimeter thickness. Is that crazy? With maybe the same colors, doesn't even have to be that shock absorbent technology. I think that watch and upgrading the Aquatimer platform will sell tremendously in this population, not only that I talked about with the entry level of that sub 30-year-old, sub 40-year-old professional that's looking to get in the game with maybe their Rolex, maybe their IWC, maybe their Omega. They can take over this market with the sheer quality that they're putting out. If they offered something in a case similar to that at an approachable price with those colorways, I mean, it would be knockout, absolute knockout. And I mean, to not turn this into a complete unfounded rant that I'm just walking around and stating things off the top of my head, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, why do people not know IWC? Why is it not thought of as a great product? Like, why is it not the alternative to the Rolex? It's because they don't have the offerings that directly compete with it in wearable sizes. I understand that I don't want you to compromise your history. Of course, produce the big pilot. Of course, produce your 45 millimeter watches. But to act like that is something that you're just gonna stick to and never offer anything else. I mean, it seems like they're coming around to it, right? With, like I stated, the Mark 20 and frankly all of their Mark lines. It seems like they've been doing it a little bit, but why not go all the way? Why not give us an Aquatimer that is approachable in price? Leave the aesthetics alone, I like it, but just slim that case down a little bit, slim that diameter down a little bit, and it will fly off the shelves. I promise. Well, to avoid going too long on this rant, I'll try and give it a slight synopsis. But you got to target that young professional that doesn't want to get a Submariner because everyone and their dog has a Submariner. And I mean, like I said, resale price alone, just give us something that is somewhat approachable in price, and the quality is evident. You go in an IWC boutique, you see the quality, you see how much they put into engineering and materials and what have you. It's fucking amazing. Give us an approachable, let's just start with the Aquatimer. Give us an approachable Aquatimer where it's 41 millimeters, 13 millimeters thick, and call it a day. Give us all the good colorways, maybe even that same aesthetic with the shock absorber in that big pilot case. Doesn't even have to perform like the limited edition to 100 pieces. I mean, how many of those are you gonna see in the wild? Let's get these babies on people's wrists. It's an incredible company, and I absolutely love everything about it. The heritage, the quality, the attention to detail. I mean, I know it's could maybe catch some flack for being Richemont and not having their own proprietary movements, but in all of their watches, I guess you could say. But I mean, neither does really. I mean, Omega has the coaxial movement, but it's largely become a product of the Swatch Group. It doesn't bother me that they're getting movements from Richemont. Give us approachable sizes at approachable prices with the fun colors and designs that you already have. And that's all we need. And I think I'll probably go down the catalog and just kind of do a little rant on that. But for right now, this is just my IWC off the dome rant, and how I feel like they can really really skyrocket their value in the next even 5 years. I mean, you have a whole new generation of watch enthusiasts that are exposed through YouTube and social media that are wanting that entry level. They're wanting to enter that space where, I mean, frankly, the Rolex just seems too on the nose at this point. The Omega seems too on the nose at this point. And I like having a little bit of obscurity. I can go to work and I can wear my Tudors and no one's really gonna blink an eye unless they know watches. It's a rough neighborhood. No. But I can wear my Tudors dealing in a medical setting and sales and things like that, and no one's really gonna blink an eye, because if you know what's on my wrist, most likely you know watches and you appreciate it. And of course they're more approachable, affordable, less blingy, but IWC can be that next option, and it already is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Mark 20 is gonna be my next watch. It's fucking incredible. I mean, it's so good. The attention to detail just on the bracelet alone, I mean, it's very good. Their other offerings just blow my mind. I mean, give me that shock absorbing style in an approachable case that I can actually buy, and I'll eat that shit up all day. We'll eat that shit up all day. I really think they're lacking in that dive space and something that's just approachable for young professionals across the board. I mean, the fact of the matter is they have, in my mind, such opportunity that they're just leaving on the table, and such a great brand with great heritage and quite frankly passionate people working there. When I went into the boutique, I mean, it felt like I was talking to enthusiasts. It did not feel like I was talking to salespeople. So you're doing everything right to an extent. We're so close, yet so far away. And I think it's very, very changeable in the immediate future. Next year, 5 years, 10 years, this can be a household name for the young enthusiast, and it's just not right now. So that's my little rant. We'll see how much of that is valid when I watch it back. But like I said, I might do a little extended look at their catalog, because I absolutely love IWC so much, and I'm so stoked on this brand, and I'm trying to absorb everything I possibly can about it. So just, I know they tried to appeal to maybe a younger crowd with some of those commercials a little bit back. Fine. Just give us cooler watches. That's all. Thank you.